All right, so this is my final program for the option A, web API and persistence uh, app. And so I have done all the requirements um, for this app: purchase, return an item, and then all of these actions work under the server. And if the server is turned off, everything still goes. So here I have the inventory and shopping cart open. So then I will start up the server, the API. And so as you can see here now, the inventory as we did in class and in the shopping cart, I've added a checkout function and everything else is basically the same. So once we do that, as you can see, now it's live, server's live. Um, so the delete and the adder update for the shopping cart on the file base is mostly the same um, as the adder update, but in this case you're dealing with the inventory items, and so you're also calling the adder update for the inventory in this case. But apart from that, it's mostly the same. And then the delete, once again, it's mostly the same. You're just accounting for adding back the the item to the inventory. So you're calling the adder update depending on if it exists in inventory or does not exist in inventory. And apart from that, you're following mostly the same logic as before on the other delete. And then for checkout, we're going to run through the entire list during checkout, and then we're going to delete everything in there when we check out. And then the searches I've also implemented into the server as I was having an issue where the search wasn't working correctly. Now I'm going to start up the app. So this will run. So now we're over here. We'll go to inventory. As you can see, everything's here. So now we can add product one, do the price, do the quantity, and add multiple product three, and 499. Let's say we want to edit this though, because we accidentally still works just as we did in class. Now the search also works on the server. I've also implemented a clear. So product clear. And as you can see on the inventory, this now pops up just as shown in the app. Now we're going to go back. We're going to go to the shopping cart. I've implemented search on the shopping cart, remove checkout. So then we're going to add three of these. We're going to add two of these. So now you see we have 5, 2 here, 3, 2 here. We refresh the shopping cart on the server. We have 3 of the product 1, and we have 2 of the product 2. This is shown in here. We're going to go to inventory, refresh over here. We have 2 of the product 1, 5 of the product 2, just as shown in here. And now that works. And now, so you can see that the persistence works. Let's say we close the app and we shut down the server. It's now shut down. Let's say right here. We're going to turn the server back on. And the data is retained, showing that both the shopping cart and the inventory have persistence. Now going back, we want to remove items from the cart. We can do that. See, you removed product one. So now product one is one in the shopping cart, four in the inventory. Same with product two. Say we want to remove that entirely. Now we have seven and none in the shopping cart over here. So we want to add more. Three, boom, boom. Now that works. The search also works. Product one here, product two, clear, two, clear, one, clear. Works perfectly. The only thing that doesn't work, and it's not really that it doesn't work, it's just that the IDs shown on the display for the inventory are zero, but inside it's the correct ID. Um, but I would have to do a copy constructor or switch to toString, and that would be a little time consuming for what I'm trying to do right now. So I do checkout. We have the same checkout screen I've had before. Calculate the price, take into account the tax. There we go. And so it's still here because um, items are removed from the shopping cart after you click back to shop in the checkout screen. So I click back to shop. They're no longer in the view. I refresh. They're no longer in the shopping cart. And we have our amount that we had before in our inventory right here. So as we've gone through, you can purchase an item from the inventory and place it in the shopping cart with no problem. And it will be reflected in the server. You can return an item from the inventory to the shopping cart. For example, return right here. It's going to reflect right here. You can list all the items in the shopping cart clearly as shown here. Finalize a purchase. We purchase right here. Click back to shop, and as shown, it's no longer in the inventory. I mean, in the shopping cart, but the inventory reflects the correct amount in cart for each item. And then search the shopping cart I've already shown, same as the inventory. And as you can see, all of this, as I close the app and then close the server and start it back up, all of these actions remain. Even if the servers turn off, all of these actions work and they are functional in the app. Sorry about that. And so the app works just as intended, following all the bullet points needed in here. So there we go. All as planned, as should be shown on the server is shown on the server and the app as well. Even when the server turns off, it stays the same. And so due to fulfilling all of the requirements on each of the bullet points in here, I believe that as the assignment works as intended, I believe I should get an A, as I've satisfied the requirements of each and every bullet point in the option A. And so I believe I should get an A. I will be submitting this video through a link on YouTube, and the code will be on a GitHub repository that I will provide the link on the assignment. So thank you.